Hey guys, it's George. Welcome to today's video. Today we're here to talk about the Brits red carpet looks. It was the Brits last night and it was an amazing show. It was so nice to see a big live music event after so long because of, there are some great looks, so let's just get stuck straight in. If you are new to Fashion Expert Reviews, let me explain how it works. I've got all of the Brits red carpet looks here on my laptop. I'm going to go through, talk designers, references, silhouettes, and much, much more. And then as it's a review, I'm going to be giving each look a rating out of 10. And because we're at the Brits, it's going to be out of 10 Brit Awards. First up, we have Dua Lipa and Vivienne Westwood. I love the fact that she's wearing a British designer at the Brits, and straight away you can see that this is Vivienne Westwood. And I'm not even talking about, the orb on like the earrings or the giant orb on the necklace. Just looking at the silhouette of this dress, you can tell it's Vivienne Westwood from the shape of the corset, the shape of the neckline. It screams Vivienne Westwood, and those shoes scream Vivienne Westwood. They remind me of those 9-inch shoes that Naomi Campbell famously fell over in. I love it. I love the suspenders. I love the silhouette of the skirt and how she's got that long train that billowed up as she went to get her 2 awards. Congratulations. She just looks great. Dua Lipa always looks amazing. I'm quite surprised she wasn't wearing Versace, but I understand why she's wearing Westwood. We're at the Brits, so let's represent some amazing British designers. I'm going to give Dua Lipa 10 Brit Awards. I think this is amazing. It's representing British fashion and it just looks so perfect on her. Next up, we have Rina Sawayama. I hope I've said that correctly, in Balmain. This is a statement. This is beautiful. I love this lilac color on her. It's so good. It's spring. Get all these pastel colors out. This is drama. This is a red carpet look. And I feel like the Brits are always kind of overlooked because it's not like a massive American thing or like a massive international thing. It's the Brit Awards. It's to celebrate British music. And I love the fact that she's gone all out for this. Like all of that ruffled layered tulle, the way it flows down into that train on the red carpet. And then we've got that beautiful cutout. And what I love about the cutout is that we've got that flash of flesh and it breaks it up. It is a huge dress. It's a statement. It's a very hard dress to wear. Like she could easily be swallowed by it, but that cutout, the flash of flesh, it breaks it up and it makes it an easier piece to wear. I really like these 3D pieces coming like around the waist and up her back, and then this panel at the bust here. It's so unique and creative, and she looks fantastic in it. Like the wet look hair slicked back, and I love the fact they've kept the jewelry very, very simple. Like there's no necklace, it doesn't need it, so it's styled perfectly. This dress is a statement. I saw it when I watched the Brits last night and I was just like, 10 Brits from me straight off the bat. Rina looks incredible. Next up, we have Harry Styles. Of course, he's in Gucci. I was watching him accept his award last night and I was like, he looks really hot. I really like this haircut on him. It's quite like classic and like sexy and like... I really love this 70s geometric print. It's so bold, it's so eye-catching. That is what makes it a red carpet look. And I really love this silhouette. We've got a DB6, a double-breasted 6-button blazer with a peak lapel. A peak lapel is when your lapel pieces come out further than your collar pieces in this like upward shape. And it's also got this really strong shoulder. I definitely feel like it's a contemporary like 70s vibe. We've got that flared trouser, but then the jacket is so incredibly structured. It makes it quite modern and up to date. And I like the fact that the shirt underneath, it matches to that like off-white color in the print. It's not a stark white. It would have stood out too much. The only thing I personally don't like is the trainer with it. I don't know. I just feel like Gucci have so many like beautiful leather shoes. Like it would have been so nice to see it with like a really nice like dress shoe, but instead we've got that Gucci trainer that I'm not really a fan of anyway. So it just kind of like brings it down a notch for me. But other than that, I love it. Like, it looks great. I'm gonna give Harry Styles 9 Brits. I love this. It's just, I don't like the trainer, but that is just down to personal taste. Next up, we have Raye in Etro. I love this. The color on her looks so fantastic. It's giving me like a vintage vibe with that really like tight corset, and then the way it's like draped across the bust and across the shoulders. It's definitely like a vintage kind of like Marilyn Monroe vibe, especially with like the high slit, the way it like falls like over her hips and like tumbles to the floor in this really like sleek pink silk satin. It's so stunning and it looks great on her skin. The only thing I don't like is the necklace. I think where that neckline is such a statement. The titties are out. The titties look great. And then we've got this really heavy necklace. It would have looked so much cleaner without it. Do you know what I mean? We've got the clavicle, we've got the titty, we've got that really nice like glistening, glittery pink like bust and shoulder moment. I just think the necklace steals the attention a little bit. So I just kind of want to like... Other than that, I like the rest of the accessories. I love that long glove. I love the jewelry over the top. It's drama. It's like, look at me, I'm rich. Definitely like, you know, like diamonds are a girl's best friend, that kind of vibe. Just the necklace. We don't need the necklace, Raye. Take it off. I really would have liked to have seen a pink shoe with this. I just think like a hot pink shoe that was like a barely there shoe. You could just see like a few straps of that like metallic pink would have looked really sick. The shoe is fine. It's just a bit you know. I'm gonna give Raye 8 Brits. I think this is fantastic. Just the necklace and the shoe. And it would have been a 10. Here we've got Maya Jama in Area. I think she looks fantastic. I love the fact that there's this definite like 80s like power suit vibe to this. We've got that really strong shoulder and the plunging neckline, and then we've got all of like the jewels under the bust and across the stomach, and then it comes over her hips, and we've got that same chain detail with all of like the beautiful like jewels on the thigh. It looks so fantastic. Again, the flashes of flesh, the cutouts, it helps to break up the black, and it looks fantastic. She's glowing, her legs are glowing, the shoes as well. I love the fact that the shoes are tying into that, like stilettos were a huge thing in the 80s, and she's got this pointy toe stiletto and it's got the silver strap going up the foot. It ties into the dress. It's just slick, it's sleek. And I love the fact she's got that Bulgari necklace on. It just all works. It ties together perfectly. It's definitely like a chef's kiss moment. I'm gonna give Maya Jama 10 Brits. She always looks stunning and there's just no difference here. This is perfect. I love it so much. Next up, we have Little Mix. And first of all, congratulations on winning Best Group. Like the first females to win it, the first girl group to win it. It is amazing and about time. So I believe we've got Leane in Maison Margiela, we've got Jade in David Comer, and then we've got Perry in Vivienne Westwood. My favourite look out of these three is Perry, but what I like about these looks is it's showing you how to wear white on a red carpet without it being like straight up bridal. Every other white look I've seen, the Oscars, the Grammys, I've been like, am I at a wedding? Whereas I don't get it with any of these looks. I feel like Leane's is quite edgy, the way that they've like draped the fabric, and it has this sheer quality. You can see it, and then you can see all of like the raw edges on like the carpet. I think it has this really nice like edgy vibe to it. It's also off-white. It looks great on her skin, really accentuating that baby bump too. And then we've got Jade, again, has this really interesting silhouette, the way that they've draped that fabric. And then we've got that really interesting neckline. It takes it away from bridal. There's something edgy. It's just when you add like a little bit of edginess to a white dress, it just immediately takes it away from bridal. And what I really love about Perry's is that it's giving us that bohemian vibe. She's got those inches in, it's all wavy, it looks great, she looks glowy, she looks happy, and it's just the fact, like, I love the fact it's 2 pieces, a top and a skirt. Again, the flesh, it breaks it up, so again, it helps take it away from bridal, and that like very like simple, clean, bohemian vibe. There's something like casual but still like dressed up and like red carpet about it, and that is why it's my favorite. She looks fantastic. I'm gonna give Little Mix 10 Brit Awards. I think they look fantastic. They look glowy, they look happy, and finally, white looks on the red carpet that don't look like you're getting married. That deserves a 10, just for that. Here we have Liane La Havas in Schiaparelli. I really like this look. It's definitely got like a 90s silhouette about it. That spaghetti strap, the square neckline. I love the fact that it comes down, it's really fitted in this like tiger print that's been blown up, but it's sequin, and then we can see it's got that high-low. It's more of like a midi dress with a train instead of, I guess, a high-low, but it would still technically be a high-low, if that makes sense. I'm waffling, stop. Okay. I really like the fact that it's got this little train. There's definitely like something show-stopping about it. I really love this long, like metallic-y, sheeny black glove, like right up to the pit pretty much. There's no accessories, like in terms of jewelry, and I like that. She's got the metallic dress, the long gloves. It doesn't need it. The only thing I don't like is the shoe. The shoe by itself, yes, great. But with this look, it's just too heavy, and that really thick ankle strap, it just doesn't work with the length of the dress. It makes her leg look really short. It's really bizarre. Even if you look at like where her knee is in the dress to the ankle strap, it makes her leg look really short because it's basically covering and cutting off a giant portion of her leg. Unless you have extremely long legs and you're wearing something a bit shorter with this, it's not gonna work. So for me, the shoes are like a big miss, but the rest of it, it's great. She looks great apart from the shoe. Let's do that. But with the shoe, I'm gonna have to give Leane a 7. The shoe just, no, sorry. Here we have Ollie Alexander in Gucci. I really like this. There is definitely something like glam rock about it. There's definitely something like statement red carpet about it. I think the color palette's really nice, black and white of that pop of soft blue. It works really, really well. I don't really like the big like fur cuffs. I don't feel like it needs it, but I do understand it. If you're going for that like glam rock vibe, it adds another texture. It adds something glam to like push it in that direction. What I really like about this look though is the black edging. We've got the black edging around that shawl collar, and then we can see that he's got the choker. He's got that black layer underneath the blue shirt, the black stripes going across his waist where that buckle is. It's a really interesting buckle as well. So I really like that. It gives it something graphic. Black and white is so graphic, and then those black lines break up that star print. When I first saw it from far away, I thought he was actually wearing like a leather harness over the suit, but it's just those lines coming through really, really strong. We can see Ollie's also wearing this like slightly flared trouser. I feel like just like a little like hint of 70s is definitely like the Gucci vibe at the moment. And then we've got that platform creeper. I think the color palette is great, but I really don't like the feathered cuffs. It doesn't need it for me. It's already graphic enough. I'm gonna give Ollie 7.5 Brits. I think it's great, but for me, it's just bordering a bit on costumey, and it is because of that like feathered cuff. If we took the feathered cuff away, it would be a lot cleaner and more of like a fashion direction than like a stage like costume, if that makes sense. Next up, we have Grith. I mean, I believe she made this dress herself, so tops to her, but also you're going to the Brits. I'm sure there are lots of designers offering to dress you, and you come in this. Like, I have respect for her for making this herself and wearing something she's made herself to the Brits. I think that is definitely like something to respect. But she looks like she's going to a Halloween party. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's very like ethereal, and then she's got like, it's just very ethereal. Like, I don't get it. We've got this like very like wishy-washy color palette, and then she's got the headpiece that like flares out, and then that like jeweled belt, and then the white sock up to the calf, and then this really horrible blue shoe. I don't understand this look, and it's not great. I'm sorry, Grith. I like music. I rate you for wearing something you made to the Brits, but it's not good. I'm gonna give Grith 3 Brit Awards. I feel bad, but there's nothing I really like about this apart from the fact she made it herself and she had the confidence, the courage to wear something she made herself to a red carpet event. Moving on, we have Mabel in Tony Ward Couture. I'm really not feeling this. Like, Mabel always is wearing something quite cool, but I feel like when I saw it last night watching the Brits, I was just a bit like high school prom. It's just like the jeweled edging and the colour, it's just, it doesn't work together. If it was black, do you know what I mean? It would kind of not really go in that like high school prom direction, but where it is this really vivid neon green, and then we've got that jeweled edging, the cutout, it's giving me like Strictly Come Dancing themed prom. Like the silhouette on her is great. The silhouette on her, it's sexy. She's working the silhouette of the dress, but the colour, the long glove, like the jeweled edging, the cutout, it's just too much, and it's like borderlining on a bit tacky, but like not in like a good way. I can't really tell what the fabric is. Like it, do you know what I mean? You would assume it would be like a silk, like a satin, that kind of thing, but it looks like the fabric is like a jersey kind of fabric, and it looks like it has stretch just from like the way that it's draping and gathering. I'm gonna give Mabel 3 Brits. I think the silhouette on her is nice, but I literally just wanna change the color, make it like black silk or like something just completely different, take the glove off. Next up, we've got Adam Lambert in Dolce & Gabbana. I like the fact he's wearing a suit that is completely different. It's on the red carpet. He's not wearing just like a black suit. Do you know what I mean? And I do like the way that it's been styled with like nothing underneath, the jewelry, the giant brooch, the boots. I just don't like the leopard print on it. Yeah, I understand it. You know, he's the front man of Queen. It's very glam rock. It's very much to that aesthetic, on brand. But just personally, I don't like the print. And I just feel like with like the mullet and like the thing, it's not like contemporary. Again, it's like bordering a bit on like costumey. I'm gonna give Adam Lambert 6 Brits. I understand the aesthetic is very on brand, but like I said, it's just verging too much on costume for me. Moving on, we have Celeste. I love me a bit of Celeste. Beautiful singer, usually in like something gorgeous. I don't understand this. She would have seen all of the memes about Laura Dern at the Oscars, and it's just giving me the same kind of vibe. I think it's like the tights and the red shoe. If we took the tights off and changed the shoe to like a black shoe, it would immediately improve this. If we took the feathers out of the hair, it would immediately improve it, but it still wouldn't be great. But do you know what I mean? The styling has made it worse than it is. And I think the fact that we've just got this mass of black feathers covering her from like bust pretty much to the knee, there's no shape to it. It's just not flattering. And I think that's the thing. You could style this so differently and it could look great and everyone would be like, oh, like she pulled it off. But I think just the way it's been styled, the fact that there's no shape to it, it's just not flattering on her at all. I'm gonna give Celeste 4 Brits. As I've said, it just needs to be styled completely differently and it could have worked, but the styling has really let this down. Next up, we have Clara Amfo in Poster Girl. I really like this on her, but I just want to take the jacket off. We're on a red carpet, so I just feel like putting the jacket over the top of this. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like she's arrived to work and she's not taken her jacket off. I like the jacket, but we're on the red carpet, so I just want to like take the jacket off for you to be photographed. Do you know what I mean? The jacket ties into the dress really well. It's the same length. We've got that silver embellishment, so it ties into that metallic silver dress. We've got that cow neck, the side split. It's kind of giving me like Paris Hilton at her 21st birthday vibes. It's great. Her hair looks beautiful. The shoe works with it. I just think the jacket on the red carpet, it just needs to be like taken off. Like show us the dress. Like, do you know what I mean? Like show us like the beautiful dress and like how beautiful you look in it. I just feel like the jacket, unless that was one of those moments, oh my God, if she like did like a reveal, like bam. I'm gonna give Clara Amfo 8 Brits. I think she looks fantastic, but as I've said, I just wanna take the jacket off for the red carpet. And you know, once she's been pictured, I'll be like, you can put this back on now. Yeah. Moving on, we've got Haim, and I think they got confused if they were going like back to the office after lockdown or if they were going on a red carpet. I don't get this. The looks are chic, I like the vibe, but it does not fit this setting at all. Do you know what I mean? If you saw them like at after work drinks or like in the office, you'll be like, you all look incredible. But the fact we're on the red carpet and we've got like literally something you would wear to the office, it doesn't work for me. The clothes are great, but not for this setting. And it's a massive improvement on those hideous blue Prada looks that they wore to the Grammys that were like creased and like, huge improvement. They look chic. It just does not fit this setting for me. And we're about to see some titty pop out. Get yourself some tit tape. Like, I was watching them on stage accepting their award for best group, and I was literally like, her tit is literally about to pop out. Like, it was on the cusp of like popping out on live TV. It would have been such an iconic moment. It would have made the Brits, but do you know what I mean? But it's just like, girl, get some double-sided tape out. I'm gonna give Haim a 5 Brits. As I've said, the looks are incredibly chic, they look good, but it's just the complete wrong setting. If you were in my office, I would have been like 10, but no. Next up, we have Billy Porter in 3 is 4. I love this. It's striking, it's bold, there's something so 80s about it. The way that the black is ruffled, this like the ruffles on the skirt, the lace, the way it's been layered, like the stripper boot with that bag, it's just so good. The color palette is so sleek, black and silver. It ties into his makeup, the black lip, the beautiful eye makeup, and then we've got this really bold hat. The hat is giving me like Royal Ascot vibes, and I mean, this is a look that I would want to see at Royal Ascot. I love this. This is a 10 from me. 10 Brits, unique. It's him, he's working it. The color palette is slick. I love that like 80s reference. Here we have Taylor Swift in Miu Miu. Meh. It's just, I feel like it's like her Grammys look when she was wearing Oscar de la Renta. She looks pretty, but that's it. It's a pretty look. There's nothing more to it. I don't really feel like it's that much of a statement. I like the fact that it is 2 pieces. We've got the flashes of skin, so it breaks it up as it is literally like the same fabric all the way down. There's nothing more to say. It's just meh. I'm gonna give Taylor Swift 6 Brits. She looks pretty. Next up, we have Emanike in this like silk sky blue moment. I really like the top half of this, but I don't like the bottom half. I like the fact that the top half is very structured. We've got this collarless blazer that is a single-breasted 1 button, and then it's got those patch pockets with the big flap. We've got the pleats on the trousers coming over that collar and landing across the blazer. I like the fact you've got the slits in the jacket so the cuffs can hang out, but I think the trouser and like the skirt piece worn over those trousers, it's just too voluminous. The top is very sleek, and I feel like if the bottom half just was a bit more sleek and like came in, it just would have been like a better silhouette. I love the color on him. I love like the different tones of blue. It gives it depth. I just don't like the bottom half of the outfit. I just think it's like a bit much for the top half. Like if you cover the top half and leave the bottom, it looks like one outfit. And then if you cover the bottom half and just look at the top, it looks like 2 separate things. Do you know? I'm gonna give Emanike a 7. I do like the top half of the look. The color looks fantastic on him. I think it's like going in the right direction, but for me, it's just the bottom half is kind of killed it. Next up, we have Jessie Ware in Valentino, I believe. I really like this on her. We've got this really beautiful black empire line gown. It's got that plunging V-neck. It's a very flattering shape. She is heavily pregnant and she looks fantastic. That empire line really sits just above the baby bump. And then you've got this like beautiful like black jewel just like flowing to the floor. It's a really great length. It hits the floor, but it's not like too short or too long. And then we can see that we have that like beautiful like train piece behind her. I think that must be from the scarf tied around her neck, not so much from the gown. It's really beautiful. I just want to take the gloves off. I think the gloves are just a bit too heavy for the look, and I think it's just where you've got this really like floaty soft fabric, the silhouette is very like romantic, and then we've just got this really heavy black glove. If we took the glove off and left the accessories on, the jewelry, so great, but the black glove just kind of like kills it a little bit. Other than that, she looks fantastic. I mean, Jessie Ware is a beautiful woman. I'm gonna give Jessie Ware 9 Brits. It would be a 10. I just want to snatch that glove off. The glove, you're out of here. Moving on, we've got headyone in Louis Vuitton. I really like this, and it's because it's fun. It's like streetwear on the red carpet. headyone is wearing this beautiful statement Louis Vuitton coat in this like metallic silver wool. This is a single-breasted coat. It looks like it has a peak lapel. Like I said earlier, it's where your lapel pieces come up diagonally further than your collar pieces. I like the fact that it's been styled as well with the black roll neck, the black trousers, the black and white sneakers. It lets the coat be the statement, and then we can see he's got that statement like pearl necklace on underneath. I think the accessories work really well with this. It's not overpowering the coat, but they're still a statement in themselves. So it's like your coat is the first statement, and then those like accessories are the second statement, but it all ties together really well. He looks great, and thank you for not wearing fucking boring black. Like I'm in a black tux on the red carpet. So no, thank you. You've not done that. I think this is great. I'm gonna give headyone 9 Brits. Next up, we have Olivia Rodrigo in Dior. I like this because it is giving a contemporary take on that like new look, that Dior silhouette, that famous Dior silhouette. I love the fact that we've got that thin black belt at her waist because it breaks up the color. If you took away the black belt, do you know what I mean? Her waist wouldn't seem as defined, so it's just a really smart way to break up that block color. I love the fact that they've gone for a black shoe. I feel like the platform shoe's a bit heavy for the dress because you can see that it's this really like light tulle fabric. I mean, maybe she needs the platform for the height to be able to wear the dress and get it to be that length. I think more of like a barely there black shoe would have looked really nice with this because it would have been like the dress is the statement. I just feel like the platforms are a bit heavy. It's not that they don't work, they just look quite clunky compared to the dress, if you understand what I'm saying, but I'm not offended. She looks great, she looks cute, like she's beautiful, nice hair. Another great thing about this look is that the accessories are very, very light. We can see that she's only got the belt and then some rings on her fingers. It looks like her toes and nails have been painted black. I like the fact that they've not put a necklace on this. Again, it's like it looks strapless, or it's going to have very thin straps that are covered by her hair, so a necklace would have just distracted from that. Keeping the neckline clean, it just looks really great, so amazing styling here. I'm going to give Olivia Rodrigo 8.5 Brits. Changing out that shoe would have made the score higher. It's just, yeah, the shoe for me could have been a bit better. Next up, we have Boy George. I like this look, it's very on brand for him. That oversized, brightly colored hat. He's got his makeup on, his makeup always looks great. I like this coat as well. The coat's like quite kitsch, looking at the print. It looks like this kind of like illustrated like superhero print. The color palette is very tight on this as well. The navy blue, the light blue on the coat tying into the hat. The purple doesn't really tie into the look, but it's in the same family of those colors, so it works really, really well. What's nice about the coat as well, that it is a very simple silhouette. It's a single-breasted, it looks like it has a notched lapel. And then the fact that outfit underneath is all black, the black and white shoe. So it's the coat and the hat are the statement. It's just really good styling. And I like the fact that it's on brand for Boy George. He always has these like really amazing hats. I'm gonna give Boy George 8.5 Brits. It's not my favorite look on the red carpet, but I really do like the look and it is on brand for him. Next up, we have Ollie Murs in this red moment. I like the fact that this red is more of like that like raspberry red than like a true blood red. And I like the fact there's kind of like this like sheen to it. This is a DB4, at least I think it is. His hand looks like it's covering the buttons, but it looks like the break, which is where your lapel folds back and then your first button is, that looks like where his hand is. So I think it's a DB4. I like the cut on him. I like the trousers. I don't know how I feel about the red shirt and the red tie underneath. One part of me is kind of like, I'm here for it all red, love. But then the other part of me is just kind of like, it would have been nice to have something to break up all of the red, and then it's the fact that he's got like the black shoe with the all red look. It's just really, really stark, and you can see like he's even got the red sock on, and I think it's the fact that the shoe looks like this painting color. It's a very, very shiny shoe, and it just looks very in your face compared to the rest of the look. And I know it's an all red suit, so that's probably where like everyone's focus is, because it is a very strong look, and fucking tops to him for wearing that. He's pulling it off. Usually Ollie Murs was something like quite boring, so this looks great on him. The shoe, I don't like the shoe. I don't like the shoe. There we are. I don't like the shoe. Just say it, George. I don't like the shoe. I'm going to give Ollie Murs 8.5 Brits. I love the fact that he's gone all out with this red look. Again, it's just great to see men not wearing a fucking boring suit. So tops to him for that, but I don't know how I feel about the shirt and the tie, and I don't like the shoes, so. And then finally, we have Nathan Dawe. Of course, I have to include a men's look that I'm literally like, why? Really? So let's end on this. Nathan Dawe looks tall as fuck. He looks quite slim. He could get away with wearing a lot of stuff, but he low-key looks like he's been styled by Top Man from like 2016. We've got this really slim cut navy suit. It looks like a single breasted 2-button with that notch lapel. It's a very basic cut of suit, and you can see that there's this red pattern on the suit. So I understand the burgundy roll neck, the red pocket square, but the burgundy roll neck and the red pocket square, they don't match. And this looks like something that a guy would wear to work, a roll neck and a suit with white trainers. It's just not very red carpet. If you compare what Ollie Murs was wearing to this, do you know what I mean? There's a big difference. Ollie Murs' look is a statement. It's more red carpet, whereas Nathan Dawe looks like he's going to this first day of his new job. Looking at this picture as well, he's holding his jacket open, and we can see that there's this really like bold printed lining. This is like a thing that like Ted Baker, Paul Smith are known for. So I think it must be one of those brands, but it's not red carpet. He doesn't look bad, but it looks like he's going to work. He works in the same office as Haim. Haim and Nathan Dawe are colleagues at this point. They're gonna have a meeting. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna give Nathan Dawe 6 Brits. He looks good in a suit. It's just the wrong suit for this occasion. Good luck with your first day at work, hun. Overall, I'm really happy with the looks that we saw on the Brits red carpet. Worlds and worlds better than the looks from the Oscars. If you've not seen my Oscars red carpet review, I'll leave a little card up here for you guys. Probably the worst dressed Oscars I have ever seen, so it is an interesting one to watch. Please let me know in the comments what your favourite look from the red carpet has been. Mine has to be Dua Lipa. I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching, and a massive thank you to everyone who has subscribed. You are brilliant, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.